Hi everyone, welcome back to Fabulous Spoils. I'm Roxanne, and I just wanted to get on here and say hello to all of you. I certainly hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, keeping your immune systems up, as that's important, especially in this day and age. And anyways, we just finished a team meeting over on Michael Jaco's channel. And for those of you who know him, you know him. And for those of you who don't, well, maybe you'll find out. All right. Anyways, it was a great meeting. People spoke on the Lifewave, phototherapy, cellular activation technology. They're little patches that we all wear, and they're a little bit bigger than a quarter. I'm actually staring at one. I don't know why I placed it on my laptop, but I did. I don't know. Anyways, sorry. It's an inside thing, I guess. So, anyways, there were some great shares on his channel, and you can go over if you want to on YouTube and watch over there. Michael Jaco. He's retired Navy SEAL, and after the Navy was a combat operative for CIA. So anyways, so I know him through Lifewave, and just I think he's a great guy. So that's what I have to say about that. And the patches, by the way, are amazing. So let's see, what do I want to talk with you all about tonight? I think we're gonna do a couple of things. I did get a new singing bowl last week, which you may have heard me play it in a previous video on here. And it just, they're so different from the crystal bowls. I have crystal bowls also. Now I use these bowls when I'm doing healing energy. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an RN. I've been a nurse for 23 years, and so I have Western allopathic medicine experience. A lot of my experience has been in the hospital, and I chose to leave in 2020. And anyways, so that's what I did. And I won't go into great detail about that, but I got more involved in the holistic side of nursing. You've heard of alternative medicine or holistic practitioners, or sorry, it's been a long day. I can't think. Regenerative, medicine, which is amazing in and of itself. And then I'm also involved with the Lifewave company, which is fascinating. The technology, the business, David Schmidt, who's the inventor and founder of this, has over 200 patents on these amazing products. So I'm looking forward to more things coming out, and I think it's all going to be wonderful to help really humanity. And I think that's what it's all about. We have to help each other and live younger, longer. So anyways, I thought I would I guess I can get my singing bowl out. That's handy. And I do have my purple bowl. So this is my singing bowl, and this one resonates with the chakra, so the crown, and it sounds really, really nice. So it's you can see it's purple. It's a brass bowl, but somehow I don't know how they do this. Obviously different chemicals. But it's such a pretty bowl, and so I'm gonna play it. Hopefully you guys can hear this okay. So it has a really nice sound. If you like this sort of thing, but it's very relaxing, and the vibration is really nice. So I just wanted to share that little bit with you. And so the other thing I do is Reiki. I'm a Reiki master. I've been a Reiki practitioner for about 20 years. And I've been a Reiki master since 2020, so coming up on 6 years. And I absolutely find Reiki to be so fascinating and just amazing. So really, it's divine energy that flows through me. So I would be considered like a radar tower, and the energy is channeled through me, and then I send that out, direct that out to the recipient. Whether it's in person or distant healing, it's just as powerful. And the nice thing about the distant healing is you're in your own home, and you don't have to do anything. You just listen through the Zoom, because I do this on a Zoom, and I don't record. It's your option if you want to record. But the sessions are about an hour, a little over an hour. And when I am sending out or directing that energy to whoever that is, I receive downloads, messages from the other side. And so far, it's all been positive. There have been a couple times where I saw some things that took me by surprise, sort of. They threw me off a little bit. And later I was told by that individual that, they gave me their diagnosis of what they had. And so when I saw that and felt that through my hands, because I can feel the energy, and most of the time when I'm working on somebody, if there's like a hot spot within the body, that's what I call it, I can pick that up and hopefully go through that blockage, that stuck energy, and move it along. But sometimes you can't. You can direct that healing energy to that area, whether it's within the throat or knee or hips or somewhere in the abdomen, the neck, all of those areas. I'm working over the entire body. So, but Reiki is very relaxing. In fact, it's a Japanese technique for relaxation and stress reduction. And then it was found to have healing benefits to the body. So it's very nice. It's very relaxing, and I absolutely love Reiki because every time those energies are channeled through, I also receive. That's my secret. But I think that's for all Reiki masters or practitioners who are sending out that distant healing. Now, it's just fascinating to me because it's energy, and that's what we are. We're all energy, and like it or not, positive or negative, that's what we are. That's what we have to live with. And hopefully all of you can live in that positive vibe. In our team with Lifewave, we say, well, Michael Jaco and his beautiful wife, Tracy Joe, say stay in the love vibrations. And that's true, because love is the most powerful of all the energies out there. And it's incredible how strong that is, and just how positive and beautiful it is. Now, I was doing a Reiki session on somebody once, and they were actually wearing the Lifewave patches, and I could feel the energy in my hands from the patches on their body. And they were in a completely different state. So that was pretty incredible to feel that. And I didn't know this person was wearing them. So that was really neat. And I don't usually talk about this sort of thing because in my mind, it's nobody's business except that individual. And then obviously the energies are being channeled through me. I can only say what I feel as I'm channeling the energy to that individual. But a couple of times, I mean, it's just not a couple, a lot actually. Every time it's beautiful, it's powerful, and I think they have all really enjoyed their sessions with me. So anyways, it's cold here. I know it's cold all up and down the east coast of the United States. Some places have been hit harder than others. Florida, where I am, didn't snow where I'm at, but it has snowed here in the past. And that was pretty wild to see. So, and especially after so many years of sun and fun and tropical weather and beaches and the water and just beautiful beach resort type towns that are all around, and then all of a sudden snow. So it is what it is. And there's a lot going on, a lot more going on out there than majority of us realize. So that's why I always say stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and definitely want to stay positive and stay in that love vibration. And I took that from Michael and Tracy Joe. All right. So today also It's February 2nd, so today is the 2-2 portal, and from what I gather, it's very powerful for new beginnings and transformations, and out with the old, bringing in the new. Also, last night was the full moon in Leo, and that was the last full moon of Year of the Snake. So the snake is about shedding the skin, no longer what serves you, get rid of it, out with the old, basically, in with the new. And this new year of the fire horse, from what I have listened to, it's going to be very fast on many different levels. So whatever it is you're wanting to start, and see to it that it happens, you need to set your goals with intention to make sure that it does for you. And always the best, right? Because we want to stay positive, we want to stay focused and move in that positive momentum with integrity, and bring in that abundance, whatever that is. And I don't mean just money, I mean abundance of life and all the positive things that occur within our lives. So, all right, enough of that. let me shuffle these cards. I'm pulling one oracle card from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck, and I've used this deck before, and the images are really just, the artwork is very pretty, kind of magical, mystical, very serene. Okay, so I will pull one, not pull, I'm going to shuffle. So whatever falls out is what we're going to keep. And thank you for those of you who are actually watching me. I do appreciate that. I've done lives. I don't do too many lives lately. I mostly do the pre-recorded and then post them later. But I do appreciate all of you. And just wanted to say thank you. Okay. So now, I don't read tarot. There are plenty of tarot card readers out there on Telegram, Instagram, wherever you're watching. I think when you're doing stuff like this, coming out here, and I mean, it's a live video, and for those individuals that have a huge following, I mean, there's a lot of eyes on you. I'm a newer channel, and like I said, I don't read tarot. I might pull an oracle card just for clarification. So I just want to know, what is it that the divine powers that be would like us, or be willing to share with us, what we need to know at this time. So maybe they're being stubborn. I think this was it. Okay. Okay. So the card that came out is called Willow Spirit, and the key word is flexibility. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, so the artwork on these cards is really pretty, I think. Nature, mystical, fairies and things like that. All right, so this one is Willow Spirit. So I'm just going to read from the card, or excuse me, from the book about the card. So this is the little book that comes with the Oracle deck. And so Willow Spirit has to do with flexibility. So flexibility, what is it that I think we all have individual strengths, obviously, but we all have individual powers within. When we sit with and go within and talk to our spirit guides, our higher self, God, Great Spirit, our angels, guides, even our guardians, and our ancestors on the other side. So when we go within and we have those conversations with those that are on the other side, and we receive those messages, we have the ability to be flexible with what we hear and feel. What we are told. That's what I'm getting from that. We have free will, so we can make our own decisions. But it's always nice to have that conversation, whether you're verbalizing it or you just go within and thoughts come to you. So I really feel it's about what we do on a day-to-day plan, whether that's with work, family, home life, fun time, whatever it is. We want to be flexible with ourselves. So because everybody out there is wanting something. Do this. I need help with this. Can you do this? Can you do that? Whatever it is. You have to remember who you are, and you have to stay true to yourself and be flexible with you. Okay, so Willow Spirit Flexibility. This card encourages you to be flexible in your life, be willing to bend, and even to yield. There is power in doing this as a choice rather than as a forfeit of your will. So I was just saying, we have free will to do what we want, but we also need to be flexible with ourselves. So don't be forced or coerced into something that you don't feel is in your best interest. Okay. Even though there are times to stand strong, sometimes the greater valor is to go around a situation rather than face it head on. By being adaptable, you can succeed, whereas someone who is more rigid may not. In rough winds, a strong oak tree may break, while the willow can bend without snapping. So I always say, when I was working within the hospital, and I've been a nurse, like I said earlier, for a lot of years. And I've worked within a hospital setting for probably close to, I would say close to 27 years. And when you're in that environment, things happen. And sometimes really bad things happen. And you do your best to help that, whether it's a patient or maybe a coworker, maybe it's you. But you do the best you can do. And by being flexible to an extent, I think, within your comfort zone for you, that's important. I've seen some stuff, so I think it's important that we are adaptable, kind of go with the flow of things, but don't get hurt. All right, that's what I wanted to say. All right, so back to the book here. Adjust to life rather than fight it. Surrender to the process. As the willow can weather storms, so you too can weather life challenges. All right. And then it goes on to say there are many legends regarding the willow tree. It often has associations with gods and goddesses, such as Hecate, Artemis, and Mercury. In ancient Athens, it was a practice of the priests of Asclepius to place willow branches in their temples, in the belief that it would draw mystical healing. The willow is also sacred to poets, for the sound of the wind through the willow was thought to influence poetic expression. In Celtic traditions, the willow has always been known as a tree of dreaming, inspiration, and enchantment. I don't know why I can't speak. And then the very last thing says, the spirit of the willow says, be flexible in your life, be willing to bend rather than break, be amenable to change, and you will flourish in wondrous ways. So that is the card that was pulled. All right. So I hope some of you, or one of you, got something from this. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. And stay warm wherever you are. Don't forget to be happy and healthy and be positive, everybody. And thank you for being here at Fabulous Spoils.